Good day, guys. I hope you're all having a great day. This is a long video that I have planned here for you. It's about Force techniques. And if you like and find interesting what I'm saying, please leave a like. It would be very much appreciated. It actually would help out the video a lot and the channel. I hope you all leave a like. And without further ado, let's get into it. So in the Jedi Order, there are 5 main Force abilities that are prohibited or encouraged to be banned from Jedi Knights and some Jedi Masters from using them. And now these powers came about in the last great Sith War against the Jedi, because the Sith prompted the Jedi to match them in rage and in power. And the Jedi know in their hearts what these powers can do and what powers run counter to what the Jedi Order preaches and teaches its students. And now one of these powers was Force Grip. It's a highly versatile and adaptable use of telekinesis. It was used to grip a target, usually an enemy, with the Force. And due to its potential for bringing harm and prioritization on controlling a target, Force Grip and its variations are often regarded as dark side techniques. However, a Jedi could use it peacefully and harmlessly to immobilize their opponent, and the ability can be used without accessing the dark side and without using emotions related to the dark side. And now this grip was commonly applied to not simply levitate targets, but also to exert their force on their target through physical contact. This allowed the user to grasp, squeeze, or constrict a specific part of their victim, as their arms, chest, or neck. And now more powerful users of this technique were quite capable of lifting the intended target off the ground and moving them through the air. And this Force Grip technique is often referred to as Force Choke as well. But the main difference was that the choke was specifically aimed at the neck and, even more importantly, the throat or trachea, whereas Force Grip was focused more on the whole body. And so now if one was caught in this Force Grip and you couldn't escape it, by your own means, you could disrupt the user's concentration, either by pushing them with a force, breaking their grip with a blaster or a weapon. But however, the most powerful users could often concentrate even harder and focus their concentration while trying to be distracted as well. And there are even some users of this technique who didn't actually need to directly see their target in front of them. If they just knew their location and their relative vicinity in relation to them, they could use this against their victim. And now the second Force technique that was banned from the Jedi Order was Deadly Sight. Deadly Sight is a power of the dark side, focusing the user's hatred into deadly energy. This happens by channeling the Force user's harnessed fury and hatred and projecting them through an intense glare onto the victim. And as long as that victim was in the user's range of vision, the Deadly Sight would have effect on this victim, and it often caused blisters and even vaporized their extremities, such as arms, legs, fingers, or whatever. And now, even though this ability is extremely rare, even among the Sith, it exploded in its use during the last decades of the new Sith Wars, and Darksiders could inflict pain and injury upon their foes merely by looking at them. This would cause bodies to burn and smoke as they died, and the user of Deadly Sight could damage entire groups of foes within their field of vision. Now, since this ability is so rare and has a lot of force behind it, it was often draining of the Force user. It would drain all their Force reserves, but even so, it would be very useful in the right situation. And the only practitioner of Deadly Sight was the Dark Jedi Sarsis, who actually may have used it in her battle with Cal Katarn in about 5 ABY. And the third Force ability that was technically banned was Electric Judgment, or also known as Electric Lightning. This was a Force technique used by the Jedi that's commonly, compared to Force Lightning that the Sith use. But instead of being blue or white in color, their lightning would be often red or orange in color. And this ability, instead of being driven by hatred or spite, it was actually driven by a sense of determined justice. And now, among people in the Jedi Order to actually use this ability, one common and main person, Jedi Master, was Plo Koon. And he actually used this ability during a mission to capture the criminal known as Dreed Pommel. Plo Koon confronted him in a suite in city of Ektra on Medalos. Pommel had taken a young girl hostage and actually killed her entire family. And during his encounter, Koon let out a barrage of lightning at Pommel's head, and then a second burst of lightning that knocked him unconscious. And he actually went to the Jedi Council and actually stated what had happened, and that he actually felt no anger or fear as he let out this blast of Force lightning, but that he was actually indeed calm and in control of his emotions. And the Council actually asked him to contemplate whether he felt it was wrong to have utilized this power during the mission and whether he would use it again. And after some meditation, Plo Koon actually concluded that it would be wrong of him to ignore this power, and that he should develop it into a useful technique. And then the fourth Jedi power and Jedi Force ability that was actually banned was Force Insanity. And now a dark side power, this was used to make your opponent go insane, more or less. This power would also cause the victim's psyche to be attacked by sinister energies, causing them to be paralyzed by horror. And now this can also cause delicate intellects to be driven permanently mad. The power was actually the most dangerous out of the 5 that are banned, just because of the connection it has with the dark side. And now if you use this actually on a strong-willed opponent, it could cause that you would be driven mad instead. And this actually leads me to the last and final technique that was banned to Jedi Knights in the Jedi Order. The technique is called Moicro. This is an ancient Jedi technique that is prohibited by anyone other than a Jedi Master. This ability allowed the user to slow the movement of bodily functions of their victim. This would cause their heart rate to slow so far and so low as if they appeared dead. This would actually grant the user to force a mild state of catatonia or suspended animation on their victims. And now there are great risks to this technique, as an untrained Jedi Knight could accidentally kill their target if they slowed their heart rate down too much. With Jedi Masters being allowed to use this technique, only really Master Yaddle was the only one and of the only few permitted to actually do so and practice it. And so these are the 5 techniques that were prohibited and technically banned in the Jedi Order, to a select few. I hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you think of these Force abilities. I think some of them are actually pretty cool and actually should be, dove into in future Star Wars content. If you liked the video, please drop a like, leave a comment. I am enjoying making these videos for you guys. There's been a lot of great responses on these videos. I hope you guys have a great day. And remember, the Force will be with you, always.